Hello and welcome to Apex Ellis playing EU4. What with EU5 literally months away, I thought why not relive EU4 and watch me play it terribly, and what better place than the terribly wet country of England to start this lovely little playthrough. So there we go. Good old Henry VI Lancaster with his 000. We all love to see it. Nice alliance with Portugal to begin the game, which will probably add not a lot to us. We're going to click on I'm going to get right in. As you can see, I've done a few, got a Byzantium one there. We're going to save over this one because I did really badly, and England is not doing Pax Britannica. So obviously we find ourselves towards the end of the 100 Years' War, but we are going to cede Maine because we are going to focus on the British Isles and then creating an empire, the likes of which has been seen before. Start with a parliament debate while we've got a few seats. We do not have the crown land, so it is going to be a bit of a hamper because we've got this. However, what we do have is my actual favourite mission for the Parliament, which is the Laws in Wales Acts, which gives free clicks to Glamorgan, free clicks to Carmarthen, free clicks to Gwynedd, and free clicks to Montgomery, making Wales a nice little powerhouse. And until the end of the game, they'll get local development -5%, autonomy change minus 0.1, and for the next 10 years they get -1 on rest as well, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And yes, it is going to cause a bit of pain, but I will deal with that pain to get Wales. Look at that, Glamorgan now 332, Carmarthen 222, 222 Montgomery, 332 Gwynedd. That is a lot of mana points spared, and then going forward they'll also have -5 development, so they will continue to have lovely mana cost reductions. I like to keep it nice and balanced, 3-3-3. I know that the optimum is to go military, but we're not competing with France today. So let's get our usual stuff. So we're going to obviously not have this one. And we'll go religious diplomats. Aristocratic councillors, supremacy over the crown, and we'll go nobility officer rights for now, seeing as we're not going to lose that when we take off land. We are not going to go for patronage of the arts because we're already losing 9.7% national tax, so that would then make it almost 15% tax we'd lose, so we're not going to do that one. We'll get that. We'll get indebted to the burghers, give ourselves a nice little money boost, and we'll go with allow burghers economic freedom. And I think that's what we're going to do for now. Probably not the most optimal. Like I said, we didn't get the crown land, so that does do a few things to us, but we will now get our advisors. John Capgrave at 0.33, John Fortescue, and not the best bunch, so we'll just go for the cheapest one. Obviously Henry VI is infertile, he is well connected though, so that's why we've got even cheaper costs for the advisors, which we like to see. Take some crown lands, or some on the diet, and they're going to give me not a lot, to be fair. This is Not the best punch. So we've got till 1464, so 20 years. We'll go with proposal to burgers because we'll try and do a few bits there. Wooden wall, of course. Take that. And do we build another trade ship for now? No, we'll wait because we're going to go to war with the Irish miners, which could give us some ships by conquest. We'll get those in now. Set our rivals. Scotland, Denmark. I'm not quite sure why the history of the rivalry with Denmark. Maybe the Vikings, but you'd think that would be Sweden or Norway. And we're going to rival France because we're good Englishmen and that's what we do. So we'll get Royal Marriage, Portugal. Royal Marriage with Castile to try and stop them from allying France later in the game. And why not? We'll Royal Marriage Austria, which will hopefully help for later when we get these mainland alliances. So there we go. We're going to start sending these over. Get the Free Company and Pale. We'll see what this noble gives us. Not when we need that. We could have done with a nice lovely 2 or 3 pip there, but not have to do. We'll send the trade fleet over to Lubeck. And I think that's about ready for us to start ticking over. We'll send the Navy over here. Austria already given us an alliance. It's nice. So we've got raise an army. Click on that. Now we've got a subjugation. 25 years against Scotland. And then we've got the whole of Ireland to conquer. We will also see. There we go. Henry Lancaster, good for something. Put on Adam Buskin on that one. And we'll put Talbot on that one. To 11. We will not be supporting Sweden's independence. And you'll probably notice I've not I'm not playing at 5 speed. I am not good enough for that at all. And we are now going to start our first war. It's going to be against Clanbricard and Ulster. So I'll send our boys in. Naval battle there going on. See if we get lucky claiming any of the ships. No, not yet. You'd hope that the 13,000 would win, and they have done. So this unit, and we're going to send Henry back over there, send the Navy over here. Tyrone is allied with Thomond, so we'll start with Thomond. Tyrone there. So There we are. So we were doing this strat where we are just going to keep declaring war once a month. While we pillage and burn Ireland, because, you know, the English have never done that before. It's not something that has been done throughout the centuries. Tyrconnell is allied to Scotland, so we're going to save them for now. Just because we have nobody on the mainland. Leinster and Offaly are allied, so we'll go for... Oh, Leinster will not support Offaly. So in we go there. What am I doing? We want that one, because he's not on the coast, so we'll send our one pip siege guy, our king, to deal with the upstarts there. And then we'll tick on over. 12th of March. Leinster now on its own. Declare war. You are stronger in pairs, you fool. Royal Navy doing Royal Navy things. There we go. Nice easy win. Obviously they're not going to have the benefit of the fleet blockading, but once these have done, we'll move our way down there. Offaly are insulting us, probably because we've declared war on them. Don't blame them, but it's not going to help them. Desmond allied with Kildare, so that's our next port of call. And there we go. So as you've probably seen many times before on everybody's channels, you just constantly declare war on the minor states of Ireland, work your way through them. Trying to do this as cheap as possible, so we're still ticking over with the ducats, but I may need to bring in some more mercenaries when we declare war. Oh, I've missed a point. I was too busy chatting. Ormond with Sligo. Doesn't really matter which one it was, I suppose, so we'll go for both. So yeah, you take out Ireland. Like I said, we are going for the for Great Britain rather than the Angevin. So for now, we are going to stop the heretics. Merely so that we can be building up our papal power while we are still Catholic and get some niceness out of that. But also the rebels will give us some, what's it called? Morale, that's still, not morale, army tradition, because we'll just go beat them up. Because again, that's what the monarchs did. Sorry, no, the monarchs never did that, honest. They never used the army to purge their own citizens. That's slander. Munster with no ally. We'll declare war on them. So we'll deal with these, and then we will get some people over here. Then we'll declare war on Tyrconnell. Sorry, yeah, Tyrconnell. I'm sure somebody will correct me on the pronunciation of that. And then we can obviously defend against any Scottish incursions into northern England. Northumberland fort will hold. So do that one. Let's have a look what we've got mercenary wise. We've got probably the White Company looking like the best option, maybe. Or maybe the Forlorn Hope, seeing as they get a bit of bonuses. We'll go Forlorn Hope. I like the name Forlorn Hope. Probably because of my years watching Sharp when I was younger. So there they are. So they are just going to be up here, just basically acting like a dissuasion for the Scots. Offaly has now surrendered, so we'll just take Offaly, and cheers Offaly, we'll take some ducats for our time here. And then he can go into Ormond. No, we'll go into Sligo first. We'll do Ormond last, seeing as that's who the war is against, is Ormond. So look, the Scots aren't going to come forward because there is a nice lovely stack and they'll get caught on there. The AI is not completely stupid, just partially. Oh, we've lost a naval battle. That's our trade fleet. So we're just going to nip back there. So they'll stay in port for now. They're not big enough yet to really be competing with full navies. Now, in my other playthroughs, every single time I build a trade ship and to make it a nice 10 stack and some transports to make this 20. So like I said, we are going to honour with a surrender of Maine because we are leaving the continent for now. So the continent is no longer our concern. We've given Maine back. We are now going on the British path. So now that we've done that, we can send a cav in there. But anyway, as I was saying, every single time this fleet becomes it captures trade ships and it captures transport ships, so it's completely wasteful building those ships. But of course, the moment I'm recording it, the moment I've gone, right, well, we'll do this because we know this will happen, it goes, no, it's not going to happen. So we've got that and that. We are going to leave the cavalry here for now. Oh, that's painful. Spend some ducats. John Catgrave has died. We'll put Henry Essex in. Ah, look at that, there we go. There's a trade ship that I've been waiting for. There is no enemy fleet around. That's a rather large stack of 15,000. Forlorn Hope is not well to deal with that on its own. I want that one, and we'll quickly just send these into there, so they're now a nice round number 10 stack. And we are going to send these guys up there. No, we'll just ask the Master of the Mint, 2 of a kind. We could get that one. However, we're just going to get the 50 ducats straight off the bat. So what we'll do is, once Free Company has set these off, we'll send them over to there, and we'll deal with the Scots. Well, first, because we've got the freedom. No, we'll not do that actually. quickly save for cavalry, or try to. It's probably too late. It was. But it is what it is now. We'll send in this cavalry to St. John Talbot. Send in the free company as well, just to make sure that it is done. That was very costly. Yeah, we've got last jousting tournament. So we'll take that. Kildare's fallen. They're still in an allied war. Leinster's fallen. We'll take that land. We'll take some ducats for the inconvenience. Sligo's fallen. So that now means that's allied with Desmond. Oh, they're allied with Ormond. So look, now we've got the Irish coming over. Just taking stock of where we're up to. Tyrone has fallen. They'll now accept that they've fallen. So we'll take that. So you can see now I'm starting to back away. And oof, that was a few big numbers there lost. So there we go. Take a nose. They can fall back now. It's in as well so far. Right. So I'm stopping troops moving. They're not really adding much there, so we'll move them over. To help with the sieges. We can refuse actually, thanks. So who have we got? Kildare. Can they accept they've lost now? They can. And will Sligo accept they've lost? Not yet. Like I said, I am really bad at this game. You'd see the likes of Ludi, Red Hawk, Leif, they'd absolutely be all over this already and have it all over. Just going to keep trying to bait out this fleet, see if we can take it out. We'll ease some tension. Yeah, got them. That's a bit worrying. So I am going to send these here now. Because the Scots have sent over that. We need to send over the warships. army's back now. So Sligo was allied with Ormond. See if they're ready now. Nope. Just keep an eye on this because we are starting to tick towards that now. I mean, we always have been, but it's now over 50%. We'll send this army into Munster. Our Navy's still not capturing any ships. Ormond has surrendered. Well, Scott is sending the army, so we will respond in kind. Look, I've just messed up so badly. Why is that stack going like that way? But hey ho. So we'll just pull back with the armies. Is Sligo ready? Nope. Yeah. Henry VI wasn't a womanizer. Good evening, my good sir. So I think it's time we now had a look, see what we've got to try and end this. Because I think I've dragged it on a bit too long. We'll go with a Galaglass. We'll get them in Lancashire. But they can now do that. I think that the Scottish Navy's been beaten up enough. And we'll just wait and see for now. Scottish there heading for the 5,000 stack. We'll send Henry VI for his troops there to counter that, and Alan Mackenzie, no match for his outnumbered troops. Bites for dust. Sligo, you've got to be ready by now, surely. -3. Oh no, Tycho, they have got some men there. Look at that. Helping the English in their war against the Irish and Scottish. What treacherous mercenaries they are. Clearly know where their bread is buttered. Right, we'll do that now. So hopefully this manpower pool will start recovering soon. Maybe not though. These sieges are not going as well as I thought they would. Maybe I should have sent a spy in ages ago. Yeah, that's not a good tick. It's okay, I've got 3 lots of mercenaries. And we'll just have to renew the loans, because they'll be due up in a couple of years. I don't think my 10 to 15 ducats from Irish miners is going to cover that. No, so maybe next tick. Yeah, there we go. Sligo is now mine. Sets off some rebels there. Rebels do my work for me. Habsburg's not managed to get an heir on my throne. So far. Except this has taken far too long realistically. But I feel like maybe some of the rolls on the sieges have been a bit harsh. But we are now going to hit the Wall of Roses, which is not ideal with the situation that we find ourselves in. Still not taking control of Ireland. So we're under third at 023, or we've got John the Second 132. Both kind of poor, but we'll go with John. So you can see there's the Pretender rebels, but it matters not. Oh yeah, let's get the Royal Marriages going again. So Portugal, Castile, and good old Austria. When the diplomat returns, there we go. Done. Oh, the French. It's always the French. Oh, we need some better luck with these rulers, that's for sure. Ormond has now fallen, so we'll take Ormond, we'll take some ducats. That's what I forgot to do earlier. Let's concentrate development. So we're okay for now with them making their way down there. So at least now we'll start ticking over some more mana generation. Obviously it's not going to be enough to catch up, but it's a start. We have to do something, combat the plague. Pale will fight with Scottish for us, it's nice. We'll let the Scottish deal with our rebels. So just sticking at 42% for 2 ticks now, I think that was. The Scottish have wisen up, decided not to take on the pretenders. Who are the pretenders trying to put on the throne? Edward IV Lancaster. Oh, he would be nice. $42% again, because of course it was. So we're going to let them go to London, and then we'll send these guys down and they'll deal with him. In the meantime, we're going to watch this Munster, which we only just started sieging about 2 months ago, fall faster than Dumfries. Yet again, look at this. That's 4 ticks now, 42%. And Munster steadily falling. So, not going well at all. Like I said at the start of the video, I am a noob at this game despite all the hours I've played on it. Why no increase? Losing defenders, but the percentage stays the same. Oh, Munster stayed the same as well there. my nation is falling to rebels, to pretenders. Can't have a pretender take the throne. Come on, surely now. Fifth time. Oh, but it's increased to 49%. So we're now going to have 5 ticks of 49%, surely. That's now gone to 0%. Like I said, Munster at this rate is going to fall before Dumfries. Like we've not been besieging Dumfries this entire time. For longer than this. Scotland thinks that by taking Irish states that I'm going to surrender. That's quite cute. Oh, look at that. Second tick. Look, they've not even got anybody, but they've still got the solid walls up. I don't really want to spend 50 mil power. It's still guaranteed by France, which I was hoping by now they've had an alliance with France, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen while I've got this. So we're going to have some big brain thinking in a minute of how we're going to deal with this, because I don't really want to deal with France when I take over Scotland. After how many? I didn't check that. Where's the messages? Ticked it to click. See if it tells me on there. No. All I know is that was a very long siege, but it is now finally over, which means we can send our mercenaries down here. Scotland will probably now start thinking about going back to unsiege its lands. Let's send the mercenaries there. Deal with these pretenders. We will not have a pretender take our throne, even if he is a much better ruler than the one we've got now. It's just not the English way. It's just not cricket. We destroy pretenders. There we go. That's him dealt with. Or that doomstack anyway. Right, we'll go there. He can go there. And he can go there. Quartermaster, that's good. We'll take discipline. So Munster now, is that going to fall? Oh, no, that was too much to hope for, I suppose. Where are they travelling to? They're going to go to Cumbria. Yes, I love a good story. We'll take some prestige. Then once Munster's fallen, we'll go deal with these rebels. Scotland will hopefully take Pale and King's Country for us, and then we might get lucky and it might be the end of the War of Roses. As I hoped. But in fact we actually might send a free company to deal with these. A forlorn hope, and Gallowglass can start taking out Scotland. Oh, that was quick. That was painful. 21% that fell on. And I spent 7 months on Dumfries at 42%. Thanks, game. Game loves me. Send in a free company there. So ironically I was going to take over Ireland and call it end of the video, then do War of Roses. As it happens, it looks like we are doing a all-in-one episode. So Munster has fallen. Means take Munster's ducats, buckets of ducats, and now we'll start taking back our land, taking back our gerbs. We will have to bring in these guys out to come over here and siege Cairn, because Cairn is now beautifully fallen. And so too soon shall Scotland. This is very painful. I knew what I wanted to do, and I've just not been good enough to do it effectively. There we go, there's one transport ship. But the important thing is Scotland is falling and Ireland is pretty much ours at this point now. Take that. Has London now grown a bit? Yeah, 996. So we'll go send the army over here. Oh, they've actually managed to start besieging it, so actually we'll send these to there, and we'll send the navy here. Because we really need to get our stability back up. How's Scotland doing in the old war support game? They are both low, so that's good, so it won't take a lot. How could we take Lothlorien? We can do a humiliation and get some ducats out of them. France intervenes. Oh, France, why? Well, probably because the French. Right, we'll send these guys down here. Hopefully that doesn't entice the Scots to come over. Oh, I love this track. It's a great track. Definitely gives you the vibes of marching to war in the first clashes. Look at these Scottish forts are like Super Saiyan. Yeah, so we send those there. They can go there because we're going from our own territory. Take out the rebels. Oh, right. 7,600 versus 824. Surely, surely, surely. We are going to execute them. There we go. Siege of Lothlorien is done. I keep calling it Lothlorien, it's not Lothlorien, it's Lothian. Oh, they were good at games. Right, we are going to take money, we're going to take humiliation, but that is it. So we'll get the power projection now. A forlorn hope can go away. So that just now leaves us with dealing with the Ward of Roses. Oh, and Ty Canal. So we'll send the transports over to blockade. We're still going to keep the Gallo Glass because we're going to keep them to. We're going to do some inflation because we've got an inflation guy anyway, haven't we? Yeah. Keep these because we need to get rid of these rebels now, sooner rather than later. Cancel this as being a state. So that's now made London 10-10-6. We need the money. Sorry, Pope, but we need the money. We need the monies. France is at war with Provence. Whose province allied to Siena and Gelre? They did not do well with their alliances. This is most welcome. Pretender rebels in London, because of course it is. That's a very large stack of London rebels as well. So we'll take on these, get this done, and then we'll go over and deal with those in London. Sorry, nobility, but I don't think so. No, I need to. We'll keep the legitimacy up for now, because we are losing it because of negative stability. So we've got the English particulars, the Lollard heretics and Tyrone separatists are all ready to kick off. But that's okay. There they are, good old Lollards. Maybe I should have kept the Forlorn Hope going. But we'll see. Maybe they can thingy and then go rush these pretenders. We shall not have a pretender on the throne of England. There we go. We've taken that back. So we can now send these guys over here. And John Talbot will hopefully get rid of that soon. We'll send that fleet over just in case. Oh, look at that. Timing. We like that. We like that a lot. So we will now have the peace with Tyrconnell. So that is that all done. Which then gives us Conquer Ireland. So 75 admin. We get local goods produced, and we also get the Crown of Ireland, which we will now summon Parliament for. It's nothing but their thing. So summon Parliament for the Crown of Ireland, take sides, grant Navy Commission, we'll do some government reform, and because I want admin and Diplo, we're going to go, should be ruled under personal union. So Henry II received the title Lord of Ireland from the papacy in 1155. England had monarchical claim on Ireland ever since. As time went on, Ireland became part of England. Establishing the Kingdom of Ireland would certainly boost John II's prestige. The question remained if Ireland should be ruled as a personal union. Yes, we're going to give the Irish some autonomy, because when we didn't, it ended badly, so this time we will. So there you go, Ireland, you have your autonomy, and we'll deal with your rebels as well, because we're so nice. Which then means we've now got enough mana points for temples. Admin 4. Let's go. And I even destroyed your fort there to save you some money. So, we've done that. We will now start ticking down. But we do need to deal with these rebels fairly quickly, because it is now starting to really damage our country. We'll start with this, improve relations. We'll wait for one tick and then we'll send everybody in. Ooh, this has been a slog of a start, this. But we're getting there. It does feel like we're treading in the real footsteps of England, because during this period of time, England really were a mess. During Henry VI's rule and the War of the Roses, everything was just a nightmare. And here we go. Pretender rebels will have been defeated very soon. There they are, and we'll go finish them off in Kent. Boom, gone. There we go. Job's a good one. But we do have to now deal with these, and then go deal with the English particularist rebels as well. Where's the rest of the navy? There it is. Go there. Lollards dealt with. Standard troops, you are now going to go to Bordeaux. Deal with these guys down there. So what do I have to do? I think it is no rebels at all, few rebel control provinces and one. So once we have taken Bordeaux, oops, excuse me. Right, so there we go. We've claimed that back. We are getting there. And then the rebels will now fall. Come on, rebels fall, there we go. And send these guys back up now to London, because the fort will do the job for us. And that will be the War of the Roses successfully navigated. It's taken some time, granted. Not the cleanest start I've had to an England campaign on EU4, but it is a start. And we have not lost any provinces, which is also good. We're going to start training these. Order's finally been restored. 1 stability and 50 prestige, which is nice. Burghers lose 10 influence. Nice. War of the Roses. So we now get aggressive expansion impact minus 10%, nobility equilibrium plus 15%. The Royal Court. We're going to leave that for now. Come on, where's my event? Where is Henry Tudor? No Henry Tudor? Ah, there we go. It's peace for our time. Let us join our two houses together in marriage. We'll get a 3-4-2 heir, which is better than a free... Well, maybe not a nice military, but feels right to have a Tudor as an heir, doesn't it? And hopefully what we'll do is we'll replace John Talbot with John II of York. And we'll claim back the lands. Influence is still a bit high. Why is influence high? That could be a pain. Well, anyway. We go Royal Court. That obviously then brings us there, and then once this ticks up past that, we can sort that out. And I think for now that is where we're going to leave it. So the War of the Roses is over. Ireland is now part of our personal union, and we are on track to get ourselves in a position where we can expand into the New World. Next step will be to vassalise Scotland, and then we'll start bullying Denmark. We do have to think of a plan to deal with France, because they are still protecting... oh! The Renaissance still didn't spark, but now it has done. Just going to pause it now. So we still have to think of a plan to deal with France, because they are still guaranteeing the independence of Scotland. They didn't ally during the time when we were taking Ireland. So potentially we might make some vassals here and here, or we might just get rid of the forts and then just, you know, war score it to oblivion. Once we've dealt with Scotland, that's when we'll start dealing with Denmark, which then gives us this area, which then gives us a nice hop into the New World. Anyway, that's all from me today, and yeah, if you can leave a like, maybe subscribe if you want to watch me play badly this game, make yourselves, you know, feel better about your own games, and leave a comment, let me know where I went wrong. I know many places I went wrong, but see if others can see it too. Bye for now.